Hi, everybody. Ezra Levant here at the Toronto International Airport. I'm about to fly to London, England, and the good news is my flight's right on time. I'll arrive very early tomorrow morning and I'll go straight to the Royal Courts of Justice in the Strand. Tomorrow morning is a special 2-hour emergency hearing by Tommy's lawyers. Tommy Robinson is in court tomorrow. He himself will likely not be there. He might appear by video link. But the purpose of the hearing, it's a kind of case management hearing. Tommy Robinson's lawyers have filed pleadings in the court saying that his treatment at His Majesty's Prison Woodhill is tantamount to torture and therefore illegal. You might recall that late last year, Tommy Robinson was sentenced to prison, the maximum term, for contempt of court for publishing a video to Twitter. It was a shocking sentence, the most allowed under law. 18 months, of which he'll serve 9 months. That's atrocious to begin with, but they put him in segregation, in solitary confinement, where he remains in his cell for 21 hours a day. He's only allowed out to shower, to exercise, and very occasionally to visit guests. But the prison governor is such a sadist. I don't understand how cruel she can be. She really is a sociopath. She plays games with Tommy. She allows visitors, but then cancels them on no notice and says, well, so what? They were going to talk about your visit to prison. That's not a thing. The most petty example is to turn off GB News in the prison. That's a TV channel, the only TV channel Tommy likes. Imagine turning that off in the prison to punish Tommy. I understand it was a complaint from the prison imam. Just absolutely atrocious. Even cutting off Tommy's phone privileges to talk to his own son. That's Nicola Marfleet, just a gross woman, but she basically has the power of life or death over Tommy, and that's the thing. I suppose you could do a few days in solitary confinement without falling apart, but Tommy has been in there for months, and this vicious prison governor shows no intention of changing that. So Tommy has top lawyers who are going before the Royal Courts of Justice and the High Court tomorrow to make the case that we need an emergency hearing about his treatment. They'll have as evidence a psychologist report, a psychologist who visited Tommy in prison, and his report will testify to how exactly what you would expect to happen is happening. No man is supposed to be in solitary for 4, 5, 6 months. If Marfleet gets her way, it'll be 9 months. So I will be in London first thing tomorrow. I'll make my way down to the Strand, and I will live tweet from the court. You can follow me on Twitter at Ezra Levant. We'll compile all these at our website called TommyReports.com. Now I'm flying in and I'm flying right out. I'm not even staying overnight. I'm catching the 6 o'clock flight home. And the reason I do this, it's insane when you think about it. It's a 7-hour flight there, an hour cab ride into the city, and then the same in reverse. So it's really 16 hours of travel for 2 hours in court. Why would I do that? Well, the reason is I don't trust any of the mainstream media in the UK to report on this honestly. Their way of dealing with Tommy is either ignoring him when he's doing something good or attacking him if they can. And I've sat in court with the regime journalists in the UK before, and I read their coverage and I think, were we even in the same trial? They literally hate Tommy Robinson, and if they don't, they're instructed to by their bosses. It's really gross. So I feel that as a Canadian, as a kind of outsider, I'm not susceptible to any peer pressure or whatever it is that makes the media hate Tommy so much. So I feel like my reportage is an antidote to the lies of the UK regime media. If you feel the same way, please do me a favor and help chip in to get me over there. Like I say, I'm going as low cost as I can. I'm not even getting a hotel room. I'm just flying there, doing the court reporting and flying home. But if you go to TommyReports.com, chip in a few dollars or a few quid, whatever you can, I'd really appreciate it. One more thing, I want to say a special thank you to Elon Musk. It's in the public domain now, but we used to do the crowdfunding for Tommy's lawyers. But earlier this year, Elon Musk took that over for 2 of his court cases, and it's just an absolutely phenomenal act of civic participation and generosity by Elon Musk, a real commitment to civil liberties and freedom of speech. And I'm just in awe of that man and what he's done for Tommy Robinson. And I would hope that Tommy's friends take that as encouragement, that although you feel alone in your own country sometimes, people around the world are rooting for you, rooting for Tommy, and rooting for freedom of speech. And I'll do my best to capture that tomorrow. I'll be live tweeting from the court, and I'll record a video outside. Anyways, I better get going. We board fairly soon. To follow me, go to TommyReports.com. And if you can chip in a few quid to help me get over there and back, I'd appreciate it. Thanks very much.